What's going on? Did something happen?
Robin's disappeared. If Marino has her and Michael, I'm getting them back tonight.
You're not going alone.
No. I want you to stay in the penthouse until this is over.
Why?
Because Marino already made moves against 2 people in my life. I don't want him getting any ideas about you.
Jason,
Look, I
what
can't
if
answer any
something
questions, Carly, please. Promise me you're going to stay put until you hear any different.
Okay.
I'll see you in the morning.
Jason. Jason. You know how important you are to me and Michael. Don't you?
I'll be careful.
Hey. I bet you've had it with this place too, huh? But you know what? We're not gonna be here much longer. No, we're not. Either Tony will come in and realize that his plan doesn't make any sense, or Jason will find us. And he'll come crashing through that door any minute. We're gonna be okay, Michael. You just keep on believing that, okay? That's right.
Here you go. It's not gourmet, but it's nourishment. You need to keep up your strength. Even if you're not hungry, I'm going to have to ask you to eat at least half of it, all right? And it's also time for you to take a couple more aspirins. And I think if you get lots of rest, you're going to be back to yourself in no time.
Tony, please. Even you have to admit your plan is a disaster. You don't have a choice anymore. You have to give yourself up.
Track Morgan's activities for the last 6 months. Find out who wants something badly enough to kidnap his baby and his girlfriend. What'd you find out about Marino? Damn it! Look, I want you to pursue what we discussed, okay? Also check on a guy by the name of Michael Corinthos Jr., Sonny. Right. He left Port Charles last September. He's probably somewhere in South America. Start with Puerto Rico. Get back to me.
It's not Sonny. He would never hurt Robin or a child.
Maybe if the stakes were high enough, he'd be willing to take them. And when we've always assumed that Jason took over with Sonny's consent, well, maybe he didn't. Maybe Jason's supposed to be paying for the privilege of running Sonny's empire and his bills past due. Look, there's no honor among thieves, Brenda. All these men care about is power, and they'll do whatever they have to each other or anyone else to get it.
No, it's this Moreno guy. I just know it. I've heard his name a few times. Whenever Jason and Sonny were talking about him and I'd walk into the room, they'd either stop the conversation or they'd ask me to leave the room, which I did. See, Sonny always said his name in that same way, that weird, distant, detached way, which means he's dangerous.
Apparently Jason attacked Marino last night, fighting over the city of Albany or something.
He's gonna get her killed.
Look, the detectives are trying to make contact. I'm gonna offer this man so much money that he'll give back Robin and the baby, no question.
It's not about money.
I need to talk to Brenda.
Is she hurt?
No.
Where is she?
That's what you have to tell me.
What are you doing?
I want to hear what he has to say.
No, what are you doing? Does Moreno have Robin?
No, he does not.
He told you this.
He was not in a position to lie.
Well, what if he did lie and he's hurting her right now?
You don't understand how things work, Brenda. You never have. Marino didn't take Robin or Michael. Whoever did hasn't asked for the ransom.
See, the kidnapper's waiting until you're good and terrified. They want you so desperate that you'll give them anything. Any move you make will endanger Robin and Michael both.
Brenda, she's been off the protocol for 3 days already.
I talked to a doctor. It's not enough time to compromise
She
Robin's
could have
program.
built up a resistance to her protease inhibitor, and there aren't that many around. Now, look, Brenda, you know what it's like to be held hostage. Do you want Robin living through that any longer than she has to?
What do you want?
Okay, when did you go to Atlantic City?
I went at 3 in the afternoon, and she was supposed to hook up breakfast for us, so that means she had to talk to the omelet guy at the PC Grill. We were getting pastries from D'Ambrose and flowers from Hartley's.
Nothing ever arrived.
No,
Was Robin seeing anyone else?
she didn't say.
Are you sure?
Don't you think I would remember?
Wait, you said you were concentrating on something else,
Okay,
right?
okay,
Now,
okay.
What exactly did she say?
Okay. She said she would run the errands for me. I offered to give her some money, and she said no. She said, I don't want to be paid for things that I wanted to do in the first place. And then she said, this is my day to make sure that everyone understands that.
Everyone. Who else has Robin done things
Well,
for?
I don't know. You know, make a list. The hospital, Ward House, Felicia, everybody.
Cassadine, the kid Nicholas, she was teaching him to speak, right?
Yes.
Was he grateful?
Yes, very. She went there every day.
That day?
Well, I don't know, because by then he was cured.
It's worth a try.
Jason, please call me if you hear anything. What if he doesn't find her?
I will.
Nicholas.
No. But I'm looking for him.
There. This should cool you down. You feel better now, don't you?
No. Tony, we both know that I'm not gonna feel better.
Oh. You probably have pneumonia. I am so sorry. You know that I never meant this to happen.
I do, okay? But it happened. And you have to make it right. I gotta go to the hospital, Tony. You can't keep me here like this any longer.
You're right. I can't.
Then you'll give yourself up.
I gotta think. How did this happen? Everything was going great. I had thought it out so perfectly. Right down to Michael being hidden in plain sight at Mercy. Actually, that's where it started to go wrong. Because I had to move him too soon because of the police investigation. I ended up having to bring him up here, and then I had no one left to take care of him. But then you showed up. You were like an answer to my prayers. I just get your medication, I leave you here until Michael and I are ready to leave town.
Tony, are you hearing how crazy that sounds?
Who would have thought that you were going to be sick? I'm not a bad person. I'm a doctor, Robin. I watched you grow up. I don't want to watch you die.
I know. Please then call the police and call an ambulance for Michael and me.
No.
Tony, you just said that you couldn't keep me here anymore.
I said that you couldn't go on this way, and you can't. I'm going to go to GH. I'm going to get some antibiotics. I'm going to get you healthy. And then Michael and I will leave town. I'll move up my schedule for departure, all right?
That's not a solution.
It is. It's the only one I've got, all right? I'll be back as soon as I can.
Tony, please. Tony.
Stop right there. Now state your business.
Robin Scorpio is missing. I think Nicholas might have seen her before she disappeared.
When?
3 days ago.
I'll inquire whether the launch pilots brought her to the island.
They didn't. But Nicholas was in Port Charles. Maybe with Robin, she could have told him something.
Unless she's clairvoyant, I doubt Miss Scorpio told Nicholas she was about to be abducted, or where she would be taken. My nephew has no information that could be of use to you.
He can tell me that himself.
Perhaps I'm not making myself clear. Nicholas almost died at your hands. You will not be allowed near him.
I can question him here, or I can pull him in off the streets. I'm going to speak to him.
Oh. And what can he tell you that you don't already know? The girl and your child were taken because you're involved in a vicious, contemptible business which puts no value on human life. Now, it's regrettable when innocents suffer for that, but it's not Nicholas's concern or mine.
You want me to grab him? It's your choice.
Approach my nephew and you won't live long enough to save Miss Scorpio or anyone else. Whatever limited power you have in this city, it won't protect you from me.
Then I guess you'll have to kill me. After I question Nicholas.
I'm calling security.
If you're planning to get rid of me, why leave an official record?
Your methods differ somewhat from mine. Should you disappear, there would be nothing the authorities could attribute to me.
Then our methods are basically the same. I want to ask the kid a few questions. I don't see why anyone has to die for that.
All right, let's get this over with, but I'm warning you. Jason, I heard about what happened to your son, and I'm really so sorry.
Thank you. Catherine Robin's gone too. She disappeared 3 days ago. I need to ask Nicholas if he saw her.
While they were in the park?
They were together?
Yeah, he took her on a picnic, so thank you for helping with his recovery.
Then he's the last one who saw her.
Well, I'm sure he'll tell you whatever he can.
Which is nothing.
Hey, Uncle Ralston said you were... Something happened to Robin?
How'd you know?
I've called her twice and she hasn't returned my calls.
She disappeared 3 days ago after you saw her in the park. I need you to tell me everything that happened, everything Robin said.
Okay, she picked me up from the Elm Street Pier. I had a car, but she said that she had some errands to run that afternoon for her friend Brenda.
Right, I know that. Keep going.
We went to Cafe Matisse, and since it was such a warm day out, we decided to have lunch at the park.
Where exactly?
By the fountain, across from the swings.
Oh, now did she say anything about me or Michael?
Your son?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, afterwards, I went to go get some hot chocolate. When I came back, she said she had to leave. She apologized and said that she just realized that she could do something for Michael.
What?
She didn't say.
Now, was there anyone at all around when you went for hot chocolate? Did anything change by the time you left and when you came back?
No, nothing.
Nothing. Did Robin see anyone she knew?
No.
All right, so you went to the park, you had lunch, you left for hot chocolate, and when you came back, Robin said she remembered something she could do for Michael. That's all that happened.
Well, we played with little Lucas for a while. But...
Lucas Jones?
Yeah, Dr. Jones said he had some things to do, and he asked us if we would look after him for a while.
Did Dr. Jones say where he was going?
No, just said it wouldn't be very fun for Lucas.
How long was he gone?
30, maybe 40 minutes.
Now, did he say anything to Robin or Lucas? Did the kid say anything?
About your son? No, just that, well, wait a minute. Dr. Jones dropped a piece of paper out of his pocket while Lucas was reaching in there trying to get his hat out.
Did you get a good look at it?
Robin picked it up, but she said it was nothing. It looked to me like a receipt or some kind.
Nicholas, thank you.
I mean, wait a minute. It's not Dr. Jones. He couldn't...
Yeah, he could. He did.